Hi, I'm Lisa. In this video, I will teach you some common English proverbs about work. Understanding the proverbs of a language is an important part to being fluent in that language. You will not only understand how the people are thinking, how the culture views the world, but you will also be able to understand native speakers, and by using the proverbs, you will sound more fluent. In the previous videos, I taught you proverbs about love and proverbs about money. And in this video, I will teach you common English proverbs about work. And after that, I will share some comments that you gave me about proverbs in your language. I found that so interesting. Thank you very much for all those comments. So watch the video until the end, and you will learn different proverbs from all over the world. I think you will enjoy that. Okay, let's get started with the first proverb about work. And that is, make hay while the sun shines. Do you know what hay means? Hay is the grass that you cut to feed the animals, to feed the horses and the cows. So you need to make hay while the sun shines. This proverb obviously comes from farming. There is a short period of time when the hay is supposed to be cut, and if you wait too long, the hay will be ruined. It will not be any good. So what does it mean to make hay while the sun shines? It means take action while the opportunity exists, before the opportunity goes away. If it's a good opportunity, do something now. Don't wait. And in a business situation, you can say something like this. The product is very popular this year. Let's make hay while the sun shines and try to sell as many as we can. The next proverb is, failing to plan is planning to fail. First, let's make sure you're pronouncing the word fail correctly. Repeat after me. Fail. It's almost like it's two syllables. Listen again. Fail. Don't confuse the pronunciation with the word fell. Listen, fail, fell. So fail is longer, and it has that extra schwa sound, fail, fail. So let's say the proverb again. Failing to plan is planning to fail. And I think the meaning is pretty clear. Planning is a very important part of success. If you don't plan well, you might not succeed. I can't believe that you don't have a business plan yet. Failing to plan is planning to fail. I love the next proverb. The harder you work, the luckier you get. That's such an important lesson to learn in life. You know, when people say, oh, that person is lucky, that's why they're successful, or that's why they're rich. And actually, the person worked very hard for that success. But to someone from the outside, it looks like they're just lucky. So hard work is very important, and it sort of creates luck. If someone says, you are so lucky that you have been promoted to upper management, and the other person can answer, you know what they say, the harder you work, the luckier you get. And the next proverb is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And in this case, the grammar is not correct, but it's just the way people say it. And you probably know that the word ain't is kind of a slang, incorrect word for isn't. So the correct way should be, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. But people use kind of the more slang, casual version, and they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that means if something is working well, there is no need to change it. Leave it alone. Maybe if you change it, it's going to be worse. Keep it the way it is. Some people suggested that we change our marketing strategy. But in my opinion, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The next proverb is, where there's a will, there's a way. Let's first pronounce that correctly. There are two contractions here. There's, theirs. So we don't say there is, we make a contraction. Repeat. Where there's a will, there's a way. And now let's say that more quickly. Where there's a will, there's a way. And in this case, the word will is a noun and it means a strong desire. If you have a strong desire to do something, you will find a way to do it. You will find the solution to the problem. You will figure it out. I don't know how we will afford to live in this expensive neighborhood. And the other person says, where there's a will, there's a way. If you have a strong desire, you will find a way to achieve your goal. And the next proverb is pretty similar to the last one, and it's necessity is the mother of invention. Maybe you heard that one before. Let's first pronounce necessity correctly. With the word necessity, the second syllable is stressed. Let's say that word correctly. Necessity. Don't confuse it with the adjective form, necessary. With the word necessary, the first syllable is stressed. Repeat, necessary. It's necessary. And the noun, it's a necessity. It's a necessity. So necessity is the mother of invention means if something is really necessary, if something is really needed and it's important, people will invent it. Difficult situations inspire people to find solutions. Does a similar proverb exist in your language? How did you find a way to fix the broken toilet? You know what they say. Necessity is the mother of invention. The next expression is, if you snooze, you lose. What does snooze mean? Do you know the meaning of that word? A snooze is a light sleep, a short, light sleep. And you probably know that on your alarm clock, you have the snooze button. And that's if you want to continue to sleep a little bit longer. And now let's pronounce the word lose correctly. Don't confuse it with this word. Listen to the difference. Lose, loose. One is pronounced with the z, which is a voiced consonant. You have to feel a vibration here, lose. And the other one is loose, loose. And loose is the opposite of tight. You can say, after I lost weight, my pants were loose. They were not tight. But this is lose. Make sure it's a z sound. If you snooze, you lose. And that means if you don't do something quickly, if you're not paying attention to what's happening around you, you might miss a good opportunity. If you'd like to buy this house, you'd better make an offer now. In this hot real estate market, if you snooze, you lose. The next proverb is, don't bite off more than you can chew. And that means don't try to do too much. Don't agree to do something that you can't do. He's exhausted from working 2 jobs. It's clear that he's biting off more than he can chew. All right, let's go to the next proverb. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. And to venture is to do something risky or to do something dangerous, to take a chance on something. So the proverb says it's sometimes good to take risks. If you don't take any risks, you will never achieve anything. I'm very nervous about asking my boss for a raise. And the other person says, nothing ventured, nothing gained. You should do it. Don't be afraid to do it. It's worth taking the risk. All right, let's go on to the next proverb. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Let's first make sure that you're pronouncing the word worst correctly. That W-O-R, that combination is a little bit tricky. Say it like this, were. Don't say war, were, worst, worst. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. And that means you should have a positive attitude. You should hope for the best, but you should be ready just in case something terrible happens. I've saved money in case I lose my job due to the economic recession. I'm hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. The next proverb is, don't cross a bridge until you come to it. And people also say, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, or let's cross that bridge when we get there. And that means don't worry about possible future problems. Don't try to solve a problem in advance. You will deal with the problem at the time that it occurs. What will you do if you don't get accepted to the university? I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. And the next proverb is, hard work never killed anyone. And you can say this to someone who is making excuses, someone who is lazy, who doesn't want to work hard. Hard work never killed anyone. Stop being lazy. Is there a similar proverb in your language? For example, when young people don't want to work hard, maybe children are lazy and the parents say something like this. Let me know in the comments if there's a similar proverb in your language. Would you help me in the garden? I'm too tired. Come on, let's go. Hard work never killed anyone. There's a really funny saying that somebody said. They said, hard work never killed anyone, but why take the chance? That's pretty funny. And the final one that I'd like to share with you is not necessarily a proverb. It's a quote, a motivational quote that I really like. And it says, hard work without talent is a shame, but talent without hard work is a tragedy. I think that's such an important truth. What is your talent? Work hard so that people will benefit from your talent, so that people will see it. I believe we are given talents in order to be able to help other people. So if you have a talent, work hard and become better and better, the best version of yourself that you can be. And then your talent will be beneficial to the people around you. That's one of the ways that we find happiness and meaning in our lives, helping others by using the gifts that we have been given. And now I'd like to share with you the proverbs that you gave me in your comments, proverbs from different countries in the world. I really like a lot of these. In one of the previous videos, I taught you the English proverb, don't count your chickens until they hatch. And in Arabic, someone said, don't take your medicine prior to sickness. And the Spanish proverb with the same meaning is, do not saddle if you don't have a horse yet. And in Vietnamese, they say, do not count the crabs while they are still in a hole. And I taught you a proverb that said, a tiger doesn't change its stripes. And in Tamil, they say, you can't straighten the tail of a dog. So you can't change a person. And there's another one about a dog with a different meaning, and this one is from Mexico, and they say, the dog that barks doesn't bite. And we have a similar one in English, and it says, his bark is worse than his bite. And that means a person who is annoying or aggressive isn't necessarily dangerous. I really like the next two proverbs. They're both from Serbia. The first one is, look at a mother, choose a daughter. And in English, we say something similar. If you want to find out what your wife will look like when she's older, look at the mother. And the other Serbian one is, when you buy a cat, you ask if its mother was a good mouse catcher. That's an interesting one. And now here are some proverbs about money from different countries. With money, the dog dances. That's a Spanish proverb. So money is powerful, that even the dog will dance. And another one in English that I taught you about money said, you can't take it with you. And in Tamil, no one puts money in your coffin. So after you die, you can't take the money with you. And the next one is a really funny one from Russia. And it said, happiness is not in money, but in its quantity. That's really funny. So that means happiness is not in money, but how much money you have. So the more money you have, the happier you are. That's funny. Another one about money from Argentina, what came easily leaves. And in English, we have a similar one, easy come, easy go. And that means you get money easily and you spend it easily. Easy come, easy go. And the last one is Persian. And I taught you the proverb, beggars can't be choosers. And the Persian proverb is, you don't want to count the number of the gift horse's teeth. And we actually have Almost the same one in English. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. So if somebody gives you a gift, don't question it. It's free. It's a gift. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so that you can find out when I release my next video. Thanks for watching and keep practicing your English.